So today we're going to do something different from a juice review. We're going to be looking at ThinkVape's Exus Auhcke. Here's the packaging I got. I got it used, but it was never fired. Very simple packaging. So, yeah, it comes with the mod, a manual card, and USB. That's it. That's it. No sub-ohms, nothing like that. I got the Troll V2 on there. 22 millimeters fits. You know, you can fit a 24 on here fairly flush, or 25, you know, pretty flush. You can check them out at exusvape.com, or Instagram is Exus Vape, Facebook is Exus Vape, or you can check them out on Twitter, Exus_Vape. It's manufactured by ThinkVape, so you can check them out. So some of its specs on it is it goes from 5 watts to 200 watts. Its input voltage range is 6.4 to 8.4 volts. Its output voltage is 0.1 to 7.5. Its resistance is 0.1 to 3. It has a power mode, NI, TI, blah blah blah. Its temperature range is 93 Celsius to 315, or 200 Fahrenheit to 600. It says presenting you with class and affordability. And there's the box, nothing really, you know, for use, blah blah blah. When you open it up, it's another box, yada yada yada. It's in there with the manual. So we're just going to do pros and cons. I'm not going to show you the menu. The menu is essentially, I don't know how to explain it. It's basically like a drag and a DNA had a baby. So it fires fairly quickly. So 1, 2, 3. It has a little delay. 1, 2, 3. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So it has a little bit of delay on there, unfortunately. Not too bad. I would say it's like a 0.5. I would say it's double the drag, which is a 0.225 or something like that. But it does fire pretty good. I have a 0.15 at 100 watts right now. So let's get into the pros and cons. We'll do the cons first because that's what you want to hear. There's not many cons on here. One of the cons is when you move the power button up and down, it takes a while to actually move. And then when you're going a little bit up, it moves kind of drastically. But, you know, that's standard. Nothing too crazy. This might be a con to you, but the thumb fire kind of trigger thingy, grenade, I don't know, it's like this, but you can do this, you can do sideways, there's multiple ways, you know. To me, that is an excuse on not to buy a mod. You can find a way. This way I like it the best, but there is occasionally when I just grab it and I use it like this, and I have done it like this. Then again, I am ambidextrous, so I can use mods in a variety of ways. That's why the Rage fits me so well, because I can use it in either hand, thumb fire, you know, trigger fire, you know, side fire, whatever I want. Right now I'm dripping some Austin Vapors Fruit Loops, the review that I did yesterday. You can check that out. It is delicious. It has moved up. It went from an 8.7 or whatever I said to a 9. It's really good. I've been vaping this all day. So anyways, another con, and there's not many cons on this. We'll get to the pros and how awesome it is, but the biggest con is there's no way to turn off this mod. There's no way. Oh, you're like, oh, you didn't read the manual. I read the fucking manual, which I never do because I don't need to in most instances. I read the whole manual. There's no way to turn it off. You can lock it, 5 clicks locks it and turns it on, but there's no way to power off the whole device. So I contacted ThinkVape, and I was like, hey, how do you turn this mod off? And they're like, take the batteries out. So the only way to power off this mod is to take the batteries out. It does have a USB below, you know, it doesn't make a mouth, unfortunately. It does have a USB, so, I mean, if there is a problem with, you know, I feel sketchy taking the batteries out when the mod is still on, but I said, are you sure? They went and they double checked with their boss. There's no way to turn this mod off besides taking the batteries out, which to me, it has a locking device. So yeah, it's not going to fire off. And we'll get into a pro that's about this very shortly. But why would you make a mod with no way to shut it off besides taking the batteries out, which, by the way, every mod can do? It makes no sense to me. It feels like they're just like, all right, we made this mod. Did we forget anything? Did we forget anything, Tom? No, I think it's good. Let's ship it out. And then they shipped it out, and then they're like, oh, fuck, we forgot to put a power off button. Kind of like, hey, we forgot to put up a negative and a positive button. Or we forgot to put the trigger on. We forgot to put the 510 on. That's the equivalent to me. I mean, it could be small to you, but to me, besides mechanical mods, there should be no reason why you can't turn off a mod. It makes no sense to me. No sense. Those are the only two cons that I've had. We're going to smooth into the pro of that. So I was like, oh, the battery life's going to be shit. So I didn't use it for 16 hours. Clicked it. Battery goes back on. It shuts off every time. Apparently some people say it's like a DNA chip or like a drag chip. But I turned it on after 16 hours of not using it. 16 hours. I didn't use it. I used it midway through the day. Didn't use it until midway later on the next day. And it didn't lose any battery life. Not one bit. I thought it would kill the battery just being in idle. But when it's in idle, this thing, once that screen turns off, which I don't know how long. I think it's about 30 seconds. It's not going to waste any battery whatsoever. None. Which, it astonishes me as much as you can't turn this mod off. Because to me, if you have a mod on, it's typically going to kill some battery. With this, it doesn't kill any battery, which is pretty cool to me. I mean, if you're going to have a mod they can't turn off, you better have, the idle go, pretty well. And so, see, it's... You'd think the screen went dim. No, look how long. Click. That turned on the mod, which is pretty cool. The power seems to be pretty good. It's at 100 watts, and it does pretty well. To me, it feels like it's a little bit underpowered. I feel like that might be 90 watts, but pretty accurate on the wattage. The ohms and the volts are accurate. The power mode is the only mode I don't use. I've heard a lot of negatives on the temperature control mod part of this, so I do not recommend it. In the reviews I've seen, it's been really shitty. So I do not recommend this. I've only used it in wattage mode, as I've used all my mods. That's just how I vape. I either do that, bypass, or I mech it. Or, parallel series, with my stack and my Luxottic Luxottic NC. So yeah, back to the pros. So that chip works pretty well for it not having a power off button. It doesn't kill battery. Once that light goes off, you're not wasting any battery. And then it takes a little second to turn back on, but then it works. It feels really good in the hand. It reminds me of a more ergonomical Legend with the thumb fire. So when I hold this, it feels like a Legend, but the screen part is more rounded. It fits well, and in that return, when you hold the Legend in one way, it doesn't feel as good. When you hold it this way, with the screen facing outward, it doesn't feel as good because the edges are kind of 90-degree angles. Here, it feels really good. Feels a lot better. Of course, it's not as tough as the Legend, but it feels really good in the hand. And the thumb fire, which I thought was going to annoy me, it works wonders. It fits and feels great. It can fit up to 25 on there. I haven't put anything higher than the Bonza on here, but it does work. It feels really good in the hand. It combines leather, wood, and alloy, or whatever this is. It is not really a fingerprint magnet. The screen is, but the brushed, I guess it it doesn't get fingerprints on it. I know you can't see, but just trust me. Feels really good in the hands. That's the biggest pro for it, and it just fits very well with the thumb fire. The battery door is not that bad. The battery door fits snug. It's one of those sliding thingies, kind of like the Luxottic. It could be a con, but you're not going to have battery rattle because you literally have to push the batteries. You have to push this door down to slide it in. So it fits in there very snug. I've been using this nonstop. The leather still looks great. I'm not sure if it's real. It feels real, but the price of the mod, which is the same as the M-Fang and most of Smog products, it's in the $50 to $60 range. That's a pro. So I'm not sure if it's real leather. I do know this is real wood, but yeah, I mean, that's not a lot of wood. That's basically some bark. But yeah, overall, I have been digging this mod. I don't take it out much due to the fact that it doesn't have the power off button. And also, it's a very beautiful mod. I typically take my Legend to work, or I basically take my Legend to work. Sometimes I'll take a tube, to work if I'm doing a park day. But if I'm doing it all day, I bring the Legend because it's tough, it doesn't scratch, yada yada. This is such a beautiful mod that I worry about it, getting chipped or banged or dropping it. But overall, I'm very happy with it. Besides the power off button, which when I first got it, I was like, what the fuck? This is going to be a shitty mod. But the chip makes up for it. It makes up for it. The battery life is really good on it. I mean, it's comparable to, when you update the Rage. It's comparable to, you get an all-day vape out of it. I mean, I've been vaping this for, I don't know how long. You can't really see, but it has a little smidgen of battery life gone. And I get a full day's vape out of 2 batteries with 25 to 3,000 mAh in there. Keep in mind, I'm vaping this at 100 watts. This goes up to 200 watts. I mean, it's halfway there, but I'm vaping it at 100 watts and chain vaping. And it lasts. The battery life is a pro. So there's not many cons to this, besides it not turning off and the wattage moving as slow as your grandma when she's been drinking on New Year's Eve. It does very well. There is a little bit of an underpower, I feel like. Let's go up to 120 watts. See, to me, that doesn't feel like 120 watts. When I have my Wismec RX300 and I'm vaping at 150 watts, which I do occasionally do, and I can do it on this 0.15. I've been doing 150 watts on my 0.12 by Buddy Love. Shout out to Buddy Love. This is underpowered in my opinion. This feels... Let's go up to 150. Let's see. I know 150. Alright, there, I would say above 120 watts, that's when it feels accurate. I would say below 100 watts, it doesn't feel accurate. I feel like it's 5 or 10 watts below what it should be. But the pros outweigh this. The ergonomics of it, the look of it, the firing of it is pretty good. I forgot to mention, this screen is the brightest screen. It's very bright. Very bright. It's a flashlight, man. But yeah, I've been digging it. Check it out. It's very... I was lucky to find this. I've never seen this mod. There's not a lot of reviews on this, so that's why I wanted to make this video. But it's a very good mod, and it's a reasonably priced mod. I don't know the age of it. I think it's within the last year or two. It's not new, but I don't care about new or old, or I care about what I want. That's all. And I saw this mod and I was like, I like the design of that. I like the look of it. I like what I think the ergonomics would be for it, and I do. So you can check it out. It's ThinkVape. I think it's called Exus. Exus? I'm assuming. Arc 200 watts. You can find it anywhere. It's hard to find online, but I'm pretty sure you can go to ThinkVape, and it averages anywhere from $40 to, $65 range. So check them out. Also check out Austin Vapors. really good juice, some really good juice. This is a great fruit loop. I mean, I've been digging it. I've been vaping it all day as well as Honeydew Chew, and I've been going back and forth. And if I bring Honeydew Chew and I'm going back and forth, that means it's a good juice, because Honeydew Chew typically makes everyone their bitch, for me. But anyways, check this out. Troll V2, check that out. Austin Vapors, check that out. You can go to thinkvape.com, I believe is their website. You can go to austinvapor.com. And of course you can go to Watofu, and get the Troll. The Troll is a good value. I mean, it's around 20 bucks now. You can find them on sale for $10 to $20. And it is one of the best, if not the best flavor RDA 22 millimeter out there. So check them out. Anyways, long video, sorry. I wanted to try and cover as much as I can. But check me out on Instagram, Daniel_the_Vapeman. I post daily there. I post a lot of giveaways, so you can do that. I'm going to be doing a giveaway for a couple things. I'm going to be doing a giveaway in the future for a liquid gold by Stunner, aka Vapecraft Inc. And I'm going to be doing a giveaway that I can't say yet. I don't want to jinx it, but it's going to be an e-cig kind of pod system kind of dealio. We'll see about that, see what they send me. I got to get in touch with them. The holiday kind of stunted that. So anyways, folks, y'all have a good night. I'll see you soon.